So I'm walking here, and I just ate some fruits in the midday, right? Now look at Atman, look at the atmosphere that I created. We humans, we neglect the fact that we create the atmosphere with our minds. And let's say that our minds are affected by our intestine. So the reason I believe Ramadan, which is like the highest verdict, it's the highest law, Ram Adin. In Hebrew, it's like Ram is like high, you got Shita and you got Ramma. Shita in Aramit, it's carbon. Ramma is like gas, okay? Gas rish venaufa. So you got like in the hierarchy of movement, gas is much better than liquid, and gas is much better than solid, right? Carbon is solid. So when we look at Islam, at the nature of Islam is cleanliness, is godliness. So I just saw this beautiful woman. I admire her, but if I want to get all the potential out of the relationship, I gotta have a clean relationship with God, right? If I want the woman to be fulfilling all our wishes and desires, I need to have a clean relationship with God. And right now, the highest entity is the sun. Right now, in this time, if I'm eating and the sun rays, or let's see the sun as a consciousness. If the sun is seeing me as something that is neglecting her, him, whatever, this entity, this divine entity, then I will not get the sun power inside. The solar plexus will not manifest its divinity. The solar plexus is the source power. So the reason for Ramadan, the reason for this fast, is because while the highest entity, can call her Ra. It's the entity of love. Ra in Hebrew, it's bad, but it's also a shepherd, Rea. Amayim Ara'im, Avtalion is saying, the bad water, but it's also shepherd water. The water that is leading the sheep, or the consciousness of stagnicity. You know? What I'm trying to say here is that I just ate fruit in front of her, and I felt like it's not so, I'm not giving sacred time to this converse, to this conversation. I'm not giving sacred or attention or focus towards a connection. And this connection could be whatever it is, you know, it could be aplatonic, it doesn't matter what it is. That just matter that you see that a relationship or a connection, better say a connection, between masculine and feminine cannot be manifested in its divinity unless we pure our second chakra, okay? Which is the sky. First chakra is the earth. This is the first chakra. This is the Muladhara. You see? Muladhara is something that only your mind can work with the Muladhara. Only your mind. And the manifestation of the contraction of the muscles is through the mind. Second chakra is more, it's not a solidifying chakra. It's more like a gas chakra. You see the sky. Third chakra is the sun. We don't see the sun right now. You know why? Because there's no potential for the sun. There's no potential for a sun unless you clear the sky. I know it sounds weird, it sounds peculiar, but there's no potential for the sun when the sun is not shown. So one way to clear the sun is to fast while the sun is up, and you can eat when the sun is down. And when you're doing, let's say you're going to the toilet, you're gonna bless your body and bless the prana, apana, sushumna after you're done with the toilet. And when you're gonna eat, you're gonna bless the element of the food that you're eating. That's in Judaism, that's how you do. In Islam, it's like just Bismillah. And Bismillah in Hebrew, it's to eat a word. Bis is to eat, and Milah is a word. So when you're saying Bismillah, it's like you're saying eating a word, okay? But in Hebrew, the saints or the sages, they used to eat letters. Okay, and in Hebrew, the word letter, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the word letter is ot. And the word ot in English is O-U-G-H-T, which is a mitzvah, or it's something that you should do. So what I'm trying to say here is that when we are devoting ourselves to the wisdom of the sages, of the old wisdom, we are seeing words and letters as food more than we see fruits. We see that fruits and food, let's say cooked food, which is like not it's artificial food, right? It's not natural food. Once we are attuned to cooked food, it's only because we have emotional, unsettled emotions in the body, stagnant emotion. When we eat fruits, it's because of innocence, also about our true nature. When we fast, it's because we understand that there is a sublime connection with godly entities that we yet to understand. And only like fasting can help us connect to the technologies of the body. Once we're fasting ourselves to the idea that we lack the understanding of these inner technologies, and we are all only with the phone. This phone is right now is drawing my attention. This phone right now is taking my energy in a way. It's like a biological weapon. So once we understand that there is a big conspiracy against the human inner technologies, we understand that fastening ourselves to the idea of fasting will help us to fast the game towards self-realization. When you say fasting in French, it's Jen, which is like also becoming younger. When you say it in Hebrew, it's Tzom, which Tzom it's like Neroin, Tzimtzum. Tzom is like it's the Tzam. Tzam is in the past, and in Hebrew you always take it to the past to know the root of the word. So Tzam is the root word of Egypt, of Mitzrayim. And Mitzrayim is like the narrow path you always want to get out of Egypt. One way is through Moses and Jehovah, right? Jehovah in Hebrew Gematria is the liver. And Moses in Hebrew Gematria is adrenaline, like this triangle, okay? This triangle is the kidneys and the bladder. Once we attune ourselves to Moses and Jehovah, it comes through darkness, it comes through fasting. We are able to get out of fasting because we see the true food. True food of humans is not this matrix. Okay? The true food of humans is something that is more natural, more emotional, more attuned to innocence, and more attuned to power that comes from this innocence. Power that comes from this emotional body. That is sustained only by fasting from this.